Welcome back, volunteers. If you remember in our last video and the remaining videos in this series, we've been going through the quick help guide to the Sunday service slides. And we've reached the point in the service where we've done the Lord's Prayer and we've added the opening hymn, and we're about to add the prayer song. In this case, the prayer song is, whoops, that was my mistake, excuse me. The prayer song is, let's see, after the opening hymn, we'll go through and we'll check these other elements, but the prayer song is The Faith We Sing, 2223. They'll know we are Christians by our love, one of my favorites. So we're going to go ahead and copy that title, and we'll go back to ProPresenter. Now we just finished putting in the hymn 369, so let's hide the media bin. We don't need that right now. And we can look at the other elements. So after the hymn is the prayer of dedication, and this is for display in the sanctuary. And we have the next thing we have is our joys and concerns, and then after the joys and concerns is our prayer song. And you can see here that we have the prayer song first slide, but we don't have an actual prayer song. Actually, in this case we do. I should delete it because we're going to go through the process of doing this. So pretend you're not watching me delete this. There we go. As I was saying a second ago, we have the prayer song first line, but we don't have the prayer song. So we're going to go ahead and find the prayer song and then paste it in. So the best way for us to do that would be to go to Control F and type in song select, they'll know we are Christians by our love. And this is the correct song. It's the correct artist. However, for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to pretend like this song isn't here. And it's also not in our library. So I'm going to show you how to bring a song in. And the best way to do that would be to, I'm going to say probably there's a number of ways to do this, but I'm going to go with probably the best way to do it would be to copy it out of find the lyrics from our hymnal, our digital hymnal. So if you see here, we have a section on our desktop called Digital Hymnal, and The Faith We Sing is right here. So we're going to open this guy up, and if you remember, the hymn was number 2223. So we're going to do I'll show you how to do that. Control F brings up the search, and we say 2223, and then we search for it, and here it is. So we're going to go ahead and select all the text. Actually, let's select this too. I'm going to select all this, and we're going to copy it. So now we've copied all that onto our clipboard, and we can go back to ProPresenter, and we can create a new slide. So we're going to go ahead and go File or create a new import, and we're going to say text from clipboard and see how this works. So if you look in the hymnal, you'll see that there are in fact 3 lines per verse in the hymnal, or 6. It might be 3 or 6, but it's some number that's divisible by 3. And so the 3 is a good number of delimiters per slide. If you get it wrong, it's not a big deal. You can always open it up and re-edit, and we're going to actually do that now anyway. So we're going to import that into the library called Songs, and we're going to edit, and none of the copyright information comes through because, of course, we're copying it from our clipboard. And you can see here it created a title here. It delineated it 3 lines per slide, and the way the hymnal. Oh, Grace. Yes, Grace. I'm making a recording.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You lit a fire and you went inside, and you and Jacob went inside. I thought you were going to make dinner.
You brought out chicken for us. We don't have to make dinner.
I had 1 leg.
Me too. I'll make more dinner in a few minutes.
It's okay. I'm going to just have something.
Okay.
You had 1 leg?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the rest of it? There was 5.
Jacob ate. Well, I only had 1 leg. Jacob had, I think he had 2 or 3. Okay. So back to what we were doing. I'm going to tap the mic so it's easy to see where we are. Where was I? Okay, so we just imported the text from the clipboard, and you can see that we told it 3 lines per slide, and it did exactly that, 3 lines per slide. But as it turns out, we probably should have gone fewer, but it'll be pretty easy to fix this. So what we're going to do is we're going to um, for the first verse, actually let's assign the title first. So we're going to go ahead and say group. We're going to work from the top down. So we're going to group this as a title. Now, the next slide, we're going to make verse 1. If you look in the hymnal, it's verse 1 is this next, and this is actually, let's try that again. Title first. This doesn't always work the first time for some reason. Title, and then this one here, the first we're going to call verse 1. See if that worked. Yeah, that's better. So we have a title assigned to the first slide, and then verse 1 assigned to all the rest of the slides. But we only want 2 slides for verse 1. So we're going to go ahead and add some carriage returns here, so we know there we go. Sorry. So now we've just turned that 1 slide into 2 slides, each with 3 lines. We still have the title here, so we're going to go ahead and edit the title so that, oops, I don't know what I just did. Let's try that again. I'm going to go ahead and edit the title. We're going to call it the title, and we're going to add a line here, and we're going to say TFWS, the faith we sing, 222, I can't remember, because 2223, thank you, 2223. Okay, so now we've just got the title correct and the first verse, and this is the chorus right here, and they'll know we're Christians by our love, So let's see what we can do with this. Break it up into pieces. We're Christians by our love. Christians by our love. And then this is verse 2. So we're going to go ahead and hold down the control key and hit enter. So this is the chorus. We're going to go ahead and name that chorus. So we're going to go to group here, and we're going to say chorus. Wrong group, sorry. I'm going to group this one, and we're going to name it chorus. Of course. So this guy here, group, chorus. Now you noticed, actually I want to show you something. You notice it wouldn't let me regroup this one. So if I click on this guy and I'll go to group, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. If it doesn't allow you to group it on the reflow editor portion of the slide, you can always group it on the slide portion of the slide over here. So you can group it here, or you can group it here. To group it here, you just right click and then you go down to group and you do it that way. So we just have a chorus now, and the chorus is only 4 lines. Let's see. So this is verse 1 and then the chorus. So this is verse 2. And we're going to go ahead and make this verse 2 3 lines. Just like this. Wait, is this verse 2? I can't remember. Let's go back, because I deleted the so verse 1 starts, we are one in the Spirit, and verse 2, and then there's the chorus here, right? Let's see, the chorus is, and they'll know we are Christians by our love, and then verse 2, we will walk with each other, we will walk hand in hand. So we want to remember that that's verse 2. So this is the beginning of verse 2, and remember each verse has 6 lines, so we're going to go ahead and move this off of here. We walk with each other, we walk hand in hand, and then here, and we will walk hand in hand, and together we'll spread the news that God is in our land. So I used control when I shouldn't have. News that God is in our land. And then the chorus here is, they'll know we are Christians by our love. We don't need to repeat the chorus, so we're going to go ahead and remove that. And this is the other half of the chorus. We're going to go ahead and remove that. And we're up to verse 3. So this is verse 2 here. So let's go ahead and group this as verse 2. Group verse 2. Now we have the chorus. Oh, my mistake again. I'm sorry. So we're going to go ahead and group this to verse 2. Let's see. Group. See how it won't let us group at this point? We can always, let's try again here. So this 4 lines are the chorus, and then this is verse 2. Oh my goodness. That is very frustrating. Let's try this again. Group, chorus. Then you should be verse 2. Group, verse 2. And it keeps changing the chorus. So let's do it in, so sometimes the reflow editor appears to be misbehaving. So we're going to do the grouping on the slide itself. So we'll assign that to chorus. And then we will assign this to verse 2. Group, verse 2. There we go. And verse 2 is 6 lines, and then we go on to verse 3. So we can assign this guy to verse 3. Group, verse 3. And we can take off the number because I don't like leaving the number in. And we will put in a carriage return so it lines up very nicely. I think another carriage return here, but I'm not sure. Nope. Now we're going to put in, after 3 lines, we're going to put in a carriage return. I'm sorry, a slide return, and then we're going to combine these two. Oops. We're going to combine the 2 slides like this. And we can remove the chorus, which was copied over. And this is a lot easier when you have a hymnal to go by. But you can see now our verse 3 is 2 slides with 6 lines, and we move on to verse 4. So let's go ahead and assign this to verse 4. So go ahead and group verse 4. And the rest of the song is verse 4. And of course, you don't need this part. This is the chorus again, so we don't need to copy the chorus in. We'll figure that out later. Whoops. And so now we just remove the number and we break the lines where they're supposed to break. So after the comma here, and then after come here, and then after, we're going to put a slide break there and a line break there. And so this song is almost done. I think we're pretty good here. We have the, let's go through it again. We have the, oops, my mouse disappeared too. There we go. So we have the title here. We have verse 1, which is 2 slides. We have chorus, and verse 2, which is 2 slides. Verse 3, which is 2 slides. And verse 4, which is 2 slides. And we have an extra carriage return at the end of verse 4, which we want to remove because it'll make the formatting look weird. Okay, so now that we're done with all of that, and it took us a little while, we can import it. And recall that we imported it into music. And I don't remember what it was called. I think it usually names the song. It usually names the song after the first line of the title. So whatever's first written in the on the slide. So I believe that's going to be 2223. This one here. This was the original. This was the original title it was 2223, and then they'll know we are Christians by our love. So because of that, I can look it up in the library here. So we're going to go ahead and rename this, and we're going to say this is going to be UMH. No, this is The Faith We Sing. Sing. Thank you. The Faith We Sing 2223, and then they'll know we are Christians. So now we will find that down here in the library where it belongs. Faith We Sing 2223, and we'll copy this, and we'll go ahead and put it in our playlist that we're working on. So in that case, it's here. So recall this is the prayer song. So here's the prayer song first slide I just clicked on. Prayer song first slide right up here. And we're going to right click and we're going to paste it in. This is the song we just created in our library. And you can see it's everything we asked for. It's got the title and the verse, but we want to add, there's two things we want to do. Just like when we used Song Select to download the song and pull it in here, now we want to do two other things. We want to make sure the arrangement is correct, and we want to make sure that that it has a graphic that goes under it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to check the arrangement. So we're going to go here, and we're going to create a new arrangement. And we're going to call this The Faith We Sing arrangement. And in this arrangement, in The Faith We Sing, it has the chorus after every verse. Nothing special there. So we just have to drag those in. Now we have a, oops. That was a mistake. I meant to grab the chorus. Drag those in. Now we have verse 1, chorus 2, chorus 3, chorus 4, chorus. So I don't know if there's a chorus after that verse 4 or not. I suppose we'll have to find out when Casey stops playing after verse 4. Okay, the second thing we needed to do was we needed to add a graphic here. So we're going to open up the media bin again. Here's the media bin, and we're going to choose a graphic. I believe for the first hymn, the graphic was this blowing candle. For the second, for the prayer song, I'd like the graphic to be something a little more zen. So we're going to go with this field of blowing grass here. So we're going to grab this picture, we're going to pull it in here, and we're going to put it right before, just like we did last time. Now, the minute I click on this, it's gonna start to play an audio. So let's close this so it's not in the way. So if we click on this, now you can hear the audio playing from this video, because the video came with audio. So we're going to fix that. We're going to go to the inspector, and you see, because it has an audio track, it has an audio tab here. So we're going to go to the audio tab, and we're going to mute those two. Then click on this, the audio is now muted, thankfully. Silent grass. But we're going to go back to the inspector again now without the loud noise, and we're going to make sure that it's on loop, and we're going to ask it to soft loop so it's not as abrupt when it loops from one to the other. And I think we're happy because it looks pretty good. We just have to say, now we have to go to next timer, and we have to say 0 here. And this song is ready to go. If we click on this, you'll see it comes up with the title, and then we can check the formatting. It looks pretty good. 4 lines for the chorus, but that's not so bad. 4 lines looks pretty good. Everything else has 3 lines, and the chorus again 4 lines. So the formatting looks pretty good. So great job. We imported from the clipboard and from the Faith We Sing, and this is how we do it from our digital hymnal. So we'll see you in the next video where we'll add the scripture. That should actually be pretty fun.